Good guys, it's Ron's Rides. I'm at Maserati Alfa Romeo Daytona Beach. It's gonna rain here pretty shortly, but I had to get this on camera because this is the least expensive 2019 Alfa Romeo Giulia you can buy. Now, I'm not gonna say the cheapest, but this is the least expensive 2019 Alfa Romeo Giulia. When you say cheapest, you make it sound like it's just barely holding on, just barely gonna fall apart. But least expensive is probably the better way to say it. So I'm gonna tell you guys why this is the price it's at. So everybody here knows about the Alfa Romeo Giulia. For 2018, it got Motor Trend's Car of the Year. And it has its bigger brother, the Quadrifoglio, that is at 505 horsepower, twin turbo V6 that puts out a top speed of 191 miles per hour. But what about the Giulia itself? Just the Giulia itself. Well, 280 horsepower, 2-liter, inline 4-cylinder, and you're looking at the 8-speed ZF transmission with this car. Now this one particularly is done in Alpha White, all right? With that Alpha White, you're looking at the brown interior. Now the brown interior, they call it tan. You can do tan or brown as far as what you would say. It looks really clean. Very simple, very to the point. This specific vehicle does not have any options on it whatsoever. Now you guys might get confused because, well, if you don't have any options on a vehicle, normally the MSRP would be $38,000 US. But this one is actually $39,000 US, and I'll explain that in a moment why. But what do you guys think first look of this Giulia? Taking a closer look, you do have the 225/50 R17 Pirelli tires with the 17-inch 10-spoke wheels, silver Alfa Romeo calipers right here, and these are Brembo brakes to go with it. You do have the bi-Z9 headlights here. Look really good with the daytime running lights as LEDs there. They're gonna probably flash in the camera because it's not gonna pick up the refresh rate. Coming along, you do see that paint done in Alpha White. You can get the $2,200 Trofeo White option, which is a pearl white paint. But with this, you're gonna stick to the basics because it is not spec'd that way. It's spec'd for the lower model price range. Coming to the rear, you do have Alfa Romeo's LED taillights here. And again, the refresh rate might not catch it in a solid state. It might be blinking or flashing right here on the camera, but those are your LED taillights. You do have dual exhaust tips. You kind of have the fake exhaust tip here in a diffuser. Okay, so that's not the real exhaust tip, but you look deeper inside, you'll see the actual exhaust pipe there. There's just the fake tips that kind of extend it and make it more flush with the rear bumper. In the interior of this Giulia, you are looking at the flat bottom steering wheel with some leather touches. The doors not having much leather. Part of the armrest and the window switch console, you do have some leather going across here with the contrasted stitching to the tan, but other than that, there's no extended leather package here. So it is plastic up top here, plastic here, and plastic on the bottom here. You do have also your aluminum trim, and as long as with the black trim there too, kind of give it that black wood look to it. Your tan leather seating here looks really good. Very simple, standard seats with the standard model. Normally you'll get the standard seats. With the Lusso, you'll get the more luxuriously stitched seats, and for the Sport, you'll get the Sport perforated seats. These also have the tan stitching to go along with the tan leather as well. Pretty good look. If you go to the back, you'll notice that they have the black integrated with it too. Looks really good. I'm glad that they didn't go all tan. I think it would have been a little bit of overkill. So now you have some contrast there to match with the rest of the interior. But same in the rear, same treatment, standard seats. The standard seats could be not too bad. They're the more comfort seats. The Lusso seats I feel like are the most comfortable seats, and the Sport seats are probably the least comfortable. Not that they're bad, but they fit a certain demographic. I'll say it in a better way. So it's a slimmer seat, and it's gonna hold you in, and it has that slim fit. So if you're not someone who likes to be hugged by your seat, then it's better to get the standard seats. If you like something very comfortable and luxurious looking, then I would go with the Lusso seats, which are the luxury seats. So we did mention this infamous engine, the 280 horsepower inline 4-cylinder You're looking at an 8-speed auto transmission, which is that ZF transmission, German transmission. You have 280 horsepower at 5,200 RPM. You have 306 foot-pounds of torque at 2,000 RPM. This is a rear-wheel drive model as well. I always feel like Alfa underrates these engines in dynamic mode. Maybe it's just me, but it definitely feels like you're getting more than 280 horsepower. And that might just be because the car is so complete. With it being light on its feet and being able to move the way it does, everything working together so smoothly makes it feel like you know, more than what it actually is. And I know dynamic mode gives you more throttle response, and it's supposed to be the mode that really makes you go into outer space when you step on that pedal. But I feel like maybe it's a little bit more than 280 horsepower. But what do you guys think? Anybody who owns a Giulia or has driven a Giulia, do you think that this is actually 280 horsepower, or is it a little bit more? Pretty simple cargo for the Alfa Romeo Giulia. You do not have power trunk, so it is mechanical. It will shoot up and you will have to pull it down. There's no way to actually touch it by button and close it. You can open it by the button inside of the vehicle or by the key fob trunk release, but that's what it is. It's a release. It's not something that is a power trunk. Down below, you do have rear folding seats. So you can fold all 3 seats down, and you do have your levers right here to do the first 2 seats. But the middle seat you will have to do from the pull tab in the inside. You do have your battery stowed back here. So if I were to twist this up and down here and pull, you'll see a nice little Alfa Romeo battery tucked away back behind there. Put it back, same way, just push it in, twist, and now it's in. Now you do have run flat tires with the Alfa Romeo, so you are not going to get a spare down here. You'll see there's not much of anything down here, a couple of tools, and that's about it. Top, you do have your trunk release and trunk lock with your license plate lights there to illuminate those, and you also have your backup camera there stowed away as well. You do have passive entry and keyless start, so key fob on you, just stick your hand inside of the door handle and unlock. You can change the settings for that as well if you go into the infotainment system. And then you do have your keyless start here, your start stop right on the steering wheel. No driver assistance package, so you will not see these buttons filled in. They are blank because there's no driver assistance package there. And like this side, there's a silver button. There's no silver button here for your lane keep assist, so you will not see that on this as well. You won't see things like the blind spot detection, so you can't see any triangle there on the side view mirror to light up for your blind spot. You're not gonna have things like your sunroof here, stuff like your bigger radio. As you can see, it's a smaller 6.5 inch radio. Things like that that would be upgrades in other models. You would also have things like the Harman Kardon upgraded sound system. There would be a circle speaker here to show you that you have that. You'll also be missing things like the big Italian paddle shifters and the aluminum pedals, to where you're looking at the rubber down this way. Things that you guys might be okay without, but things that I make you aware of that say, hey, I could have this or I could not have this, and this is the price I would have it at. So I kind of wanted to point out some of those things to you. Bigger options are things like the driver assistance packages, the upgraded radio, the wheels, the paint, and the sunroof. Those are the bigger options. I mean, the paint, if you do Rosso Competizione red or Trofeo white, then you're looking at $2,200 for those paint jobs. If you're looking at a sunroof, $1,350, $1,350 for the sunroof. So it's big chunks that can be added onto these cars. If it's something you're not gonna use, then why bother, you know? One thing I do love that comes standard with all Alfas are the parking sensor off button and the start stop off button. This is good for going through maybe a car wash. Not everybody washes their car by hand, so if you were to press that up and light it up, that means it's off, and that will let you know that you can go through a car wash without it bugging the crap out of you. Also, the start stop, not everybody likes that as well for emissions and gasoline saving, economy stuff. You can do your start-stop mode, but for me, it's not my biggest thing. I don't really like it. It feels weird for me. So it's nice that they have these buttons standard on all of the vehicles as well, because I would hate to have to pay for that as an option. The good thing about all these cars is they still drive the same, the exact same. All Giulia, Giulia TI, TI Lusos, TI Sports, Giulia Sports, all drive exactly the same. For 2019, you'll get things like the Nero Edizione package, which is the black package. You'll get things like the carbon package, and you'll get things like a heated seat option in the rear. But other than that, everything's driving the same. It's all about changing your trims and options. You'll get the same vehicle throughout. So I mean, you're still getting the same AC controls, still the same gear select, still the same DNA driving mode, still the same toggle for your infotainment system navigation, still the same radio buttons, still the same stowage and space. I mean, nothing has changed in that fact. So it's always good to just see what else is out there. And if you don't need all that stuff and that stuff doesn't tickle your fancy, then why not get something like this? Nice big bright cluster. On the left hand side, you're looking at your RPMs, 5.5 before red line. On the right hand side, you're looking at your speed. Top speed says 160. It's actually 149 miles per hour and 240 kilometers for the top speed. You have your fuel on that side as well. But nice big bright face here. You can change a few things. You get to your average there, your trip. You can also do your G-forces, which is really cool there. And it says your G meter, which is cool. But it keeps it pretty simple, pretty nice. It works well, functions well. Alfa's electronics can be a little bit better as far as everything goes electronically, like infotainment system and stuff, how the PCM works. You know, they're not perfect for that. And they have some problems there where they can fine-tune some things, but everything is in-house, so it's nice that they're trying to do something themselves and try to make it their own. All right, guys, so you probably want to take a look at this sticker because you're wondering, if this doesn't have any options on it, why isn't it the base price of $38,195? Well, let's skip down here to see that it is $39,490 because of the $1,295 destination charge. So that's the biggest thing. In order for us to get these things here to our dealership, all the way from Italy, destination charge that is on it. That's it. But as you can see, there's no optional equipment. The rear-wheel drive package is replacing the standard equipment, but that's it. So we're gonna go back up to the top. Alfa Romeo Giulia rear-wheel drive, 2019 model year. It's an Alpha white exterior paint, black and tan interior colors. The leather seats there, 2-liter, 280 horsepower turbocharged engine, i4, and it's also the 8-speed automatic transmission. So all the equipment here is going to be the only equipment, which is the standard equipment I'm going to show you here. And feel free to pause the video at any point in time. Also zoom in if you like. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto standard with these cars, but you're seeing the bi-xenons we talked about, the Brembo brakes, LED running lights, LED tails. Those are your options, or your standard equipment, shall I say, for this model. Now you're looking at the 27 combined city and highway, 24 city, and 33 highway are your miles per gallon. 3.7 gallons per 100 miles. You're looking at your annual fuel costs. Then you're looking at your fuel costs over 5 years. Premium fuel in these vehicles. Fuel economy rating, 6 out of 10. Smog rating, 3 out of 10. They could use some work there. So what do you guys think about the 2019 Alfa Romeo Giulia and Alfa White? Our least expensive Alfa Romeo on the lot. This is the cheapest, most least expensive it's gonna get. And I know I showed you guys our 2018 least expensive Giulia not too long ago. That was an Alpha Black with black interior. So now that we have a 2019 an Alpha White with tan and black interior, figured I'd have to show you the new look, right? Now, if you guys wanna get a hold of me and come see this car, or maybe come test drive it, and even maybe come buy it, definitely check the number down below here. I'm gonna give you guys the number to call me, as always. And in the description, I'm going to give you the website where you guys can check out my specials for the month. You can get a hold of me if you want. You can see what else we have out there on our inventory and on our lot. So if you guys are in the market for an Alfa, definitely check it out. You can come talk to me, and I will make sure that you guys are in these vehicles and enjoying them, because that's why I started here at Maserati Alfa Romeo, is to get you guys in these cars and pass on my passion. So definitely check out the number, check out the link in the description. Also check out the Patreon, because the Patreon always helps out the channel, it helps support it. And check out the social media links down below. Now you guys, tell me, is this enough for you? If you were in the market for an Alfa Romeo, would you be able to pick something up like this at the price that it's at? Is it priced well? You gotta comment below to see what I think, because I'm gonna respond to your comments and see what you guys have to talk about. But definitely give the video a like, subscribe for more Maserati Alfa Romeo content. And this has been Ron's Rides. Guys, it's been a pleasure. I'll be talking to you in the next video. Stay blessed, drive safe. Peace.